You are listening to Beyond the Wheel, a podcast about the people and ideas that drive the RV community forward.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour. And backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com. Hey everybody, while attending an Overland Expo, I met Ryan from SeaSucker, a company that builds vacuum-sealed cups that can be used for various functions around your RV. I personally bought one to use as an anchor for our dog's leash, and it has proven to be very convenient. To have a better idea of our discussion today, I recommend taking a quick look at our show notes so you can see exactly what the SeaSucker looks like as we describe and talk about it, as well as what it takes to make and sell these worldwide. So without any further ado, let's get this episode started.
Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the show. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what your role at SeaSucker is?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you for having me on. Very excited for today. But yes, my name is Ryan with SeaSucker, and I am their domestic sales manager for US and Canada.
And how would you best describe SeaSucker and what does the company actually do? The name itself would probably be hard for anybody to envision what you guys are actually doing.
Sure. Yeah. Great question. So we are a family-owned outdoor, automotive, marine, and now newly RV aftermarket company. And the super cool thing is we do manufacture everything in-house, 100% from A to Z.
Oh.
Yes, so vacuum-mounted accessories.
And I met you at Overland Expo. Is that also a new market for you guys, or is that more your niche and you're expanding out into like the RV industry, I guess?
Absolutely new. So last year was our first take into that new category, the RV overlanding market, and it's proven quite successful, which is great.
Oh, very cool.
So the company's been around how long?
Since 2005.
Okay.
Yes, we were first and foremost a marine company, hence the name SeaSucker. And again, what we do is all vacuum mounted accessories, meaning nothing is permanently affixed, bolted, drilled into the vehicle, boat, RV, etc., which is really cool.
What's the benefit to like an RVer to using vacuum mounted accessories versus something they have to actually screw in or bolt on to their
Sure.
RV?
So no holes. Our whole slogan with SeaSucker is no holes, which is nice. So there's no permanent modification to the vehicle RV. Of course, if you've ever spoken with an RV or a boater, they never want to put holes,
Hmm.
in their transom or whatever it may be. You're just introducing lots of problems once you start drilling into fiberglass and whatnot. So the nice thing is, I know everyone can't see what's in my hand, but it's just a standard vacuum out, which is really cool. And you just vacuum it right onto the surface. And we have just shy of 300 retail SKUs. Again, and we're in automotive, marine, RV, overlanding, and 4x4. So quite a few different products.
That is a lot. So I bought actually I bought one of
Mhm.
your sea suckers and I use it to as an anchor point to tie up our dog. So what I like about it is of course the no holes, but I like how portable it is. So I can use it with my Jeep. I've actually mounted it and suction cupped it to my cooler, to my RV. I've had it on the back of my RV to the front of my RV. So I like the versatility of it, I guess you could say. Of I get to choose depending on how we set up per location of where I can tie my dog off. I would imagine that's got to play into a little bit of one of the benefits too, is that because it's not permanent, you can always change your mind down the line of where you want it.
It absolutely does. So yeah, a universal compatibility, which is great. So we sell a ton of bicycle racks, and bicycle racks are very vehicle specific, whether they have crossbars, function crossbars or rails? Is there a hitch mount? If there's no hitch mount, they have to, go down to, off-road or 4x4 shop to get that on. And of course, they're drilling into the frame. And the nice thing is, again, about SeaSucker, like you had mentioned, Kenny, is the universal compatibility of all of our products. You can attach a bike rack, crossbars, cup holders, no matter what the customer owns, it'll just work, which is really nice.
So
Okay.
Kenny mentioned dogs, which I think it's a really good idea to tie the dog up. But what other things are people using these for?
Yeah, so some of our most popular products, especially in like the RV overlanding market, is our universal cup holders, recycle waistbands, because we're trying to bring everything outside, which is great. Nobody wants to be cooped up in their trailer, and so we have like big kitchen stations, universal tables where you can put like a diesel heater or a Coleman gas cooktop, right off the side of your vehicle or travel trailer, which is really nice.
So these things are pretty strong.
They are, yeah. So we have two main sizes: a 4.5 inch and a 6 inch cup. The 4.5 inch is going to have a pull force of 120 pounds. The 6 inch is going to be 210 pounds per cup. So they're extremely reliable.
What was the term you used? Pull force?
The pull force, correct? Yep. So once you go to like vacuum down to a surface, and then the pull strength on it before failure.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so these aren't your typical suction cups, probably that what somebody's thinking of. Like, the one that I have, and I guess all of yours do this. You actually have like a vacuum. I'm not gonna call it a vacuum valve, which might be incorrect, but you actually pump it up and create the suction and the seal. I guess that's how you're creating the seal.
You do. So cool thing is that SeaSucker, all of our mounts are vacuum mounts. The funny thing is that suction cups is kind of a bad word in like within when we're talking to everybody. So yeah, we are not a suction cup company. You might think of a suction cup as a typical bathroom accessory that's just constantly falling off the mirror. But yeah, as you had mentioned, we do have our included vacuum pump built into the cup. So what's happening is when you go to put it to the surface and you start pumping, the plunger and orange indicator is going to become fully depressed. And that's a nice, quick visual way of knowing when you're 100% locked in. And this plunger will be all the way in, which is nice. So you're physically evacuating the air out underneath the cup, making it a vacuum out.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
And I could be wrong, Ryan, but I thought I saw people using some of these mounts to carry, like, I can't remember the brand name, but extra fuel or water. Is it okay to suction these on and then drive with them?
It absolutely is. Yeah. So we collaborated with Rotopack. You might see like 2, 3, 5 gallon Rotopacks along with recovery boards like Action Tracks, Max Tracks, which is really cool. But yeah, so you can absolutely drive down the road at highway speeds with them on, no matter the weather, temperature, humidity, which is really great. Biggest thing is just make sure you're working with a reasonably clean surface and slightly wet the cup, pump it on, and then look for any vacuum leaks, and you'll know this quite quickly. Again, if you want to throw up a picture, you'll see like the orange indicator band on the pump, and as time goes on, you'll see it slowly back out, which is okay. And then when you see that, just give it a pump or two, and you're back in business.
We'll put photos down in the show notes so that people can see exactly what this looks like, and on Instagram too, on our social media, we'll add some photos too. Actually, I own one, so it'll be easy for me to even snap some photos of my own. So you had mentioned, so visually with that orange band, if you start to see it show, just give it a couple more pumps and it's going to be resealed again.
Resealed, yep. And when you see orange, it's no need to panic. It doesn't mean it's gonna pop off. It roughly means about 10 to 15% of vacuum loss.
Oh, not that's what's left. It only lost that much.
It only lost about 10 to 15% of vacuum.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, okay.
What about weather? Does that affect it at all? Like right now, Kenny's in 10 degrees. Would that increase vacuum loss or decrease vacuum loss?
Not at all. So the biggest thing is since our cups are a type of rubber material, you'll want the rubber to be a bit pliable. So in cold weather, like this holiday season, depending on where you are, we just recommend maybe mounting or keeping the SeaSucker in your trunk inside the garage or house, and then go to vacuum on when it's the vehicle is just above freezing, and then once they're sealed on, they can absolutely be left outside overnight in freezing temperatures. rain, sleet, snow, etc., you're just fine. If you were to remove the cup, let's say a customer has a board rack or a ski rack, goes up to the mountains, and they want to remove it, maybe for security or safety purposes. Okay, no problem. I would just recommend keeping it in your trunk, and then when you get back from skiing or snowboarding, just like you would defrost your vehicle, heat up the cabin, maybe bring the rack inside with you, just to again heat up the rack a bit, and then when it's a bit more pliable, not frozen, go ahead and remount it right to your vehicle, and you were good to go.
Okay. And as far as so now the other extreme, so extreme heat, and I'm going to say, like Arizona sun seems to like really beat up just about anything. Is the materials, the plastic, the rubber, everything kind of UV protected
It
against?
is. It is,
Okay.
yeah. So again, we do manufacture 100% of everything in-house in Bradenton, Florida. Being a Florida-based manufacturer, we want to make sure our cups would, withstand that hot, humid, salty environment. So even down to the mold itself is our own secret, what I like to call is like our own Coca-Cola formula. It's our own secret recipe for our cup that we mold in-house, and it is UV protected.
Okay. I didn't realize that you were actually doing the mold yourself as well.
Yeah, yeah. Everything you see on the cup, we do in-house, which is really cool. So we manufacture everything.
That is
Okay.
really cool. Yeah. Rare to find that these days.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
so when you say that you're making the mold and you have your own recipe, you're actually doing the mixing everything there is so
In-house. Yep.
in-house. Oh,
Yep. It's
that's
like a 25,000 square foot facility, I believe. And I'd say like 95% of that is just manufacturing and shipping.
okay. And I have a maybe a curveball question to you because I didn't know this go in advance. Are any of the materials made from recycled materials? Are you able to get anything recycled to put into your product?
We do, yeah. So we're part of the
Wow.
Captains for Clean Water program. So a lot of our like recycle wastebands, a lot of that plastic is actually pulled from the oceans locally and then repurposed and recycled into our products.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. Are there any surfaces that it won't work on that you guys have found?
Yes, so you'll want the surface to be, again, reasonably smooth. If it's like a diamond plate surface or maybe like a Line-X, that's just a bit too gritty for the cup to actually make a seal. But if it's a surface like a Jeep top is just fine. So like maybe that severity of texture, if anybody can kind of picture like a hard
Mhm.
top Jeep Wrangler, that plastic, that's going to work just fine. And then, of course, glass, aluminum, paint, all of the above. Anything smooth is perfectly fine. Even walls, if it's nicely painted, it'll work.
Oh. I guess that's because of that little valve that you have in there that you're actually pulling the air out of and making a tight seal that it's
A tight seal.
versatile that way.
Yep. And then if it's porous, of course, it's not going to work because it's just going to pull that. It's going to lose its seal through the surface. So, reasonably smooth, non-porous surface are perfect.
Okay. And then you had said that you do pool testing.
Mhm.
Are you guys able to do that in house as well? Does that need to be done by third party? Like, how does your quality control and testing go?
We have done both, so in-house and third party, especially over in the European market. The European market is quite strict on safety regulations on what you can actually mount on the outside of your vehicle. Here in the US, it's very relaxed, hence all the overlanders and Jeeps and Forerunners you see, just everything mounted to them. Being that we do manufacture everything 100% in-house, we do quality control every single cup before it actually leaves the warehouse. So not just in batches, every individual cup. We have what's called a hang test, and it's just comically large acrylic wall in our warehouse, and we date it and we just stick it right up there. Every single cup we manufacture hundreds of these a day, and we just go up there with a dry erase marker and date and time it, and after 24 hours we check it, and if the orange is showing on the indicator band, it has failed, and then it goes back to manufacturing and maybe gets melted down, repaired, etc. So we do test every single cup and guarantee a minimum of 24 hours before you see the orange indicator band. In reality, you'll be able to go a lot longer than that before you see orange, but we just say minimum 24 hours.
That's interesting that you do every single one of them. I'm sure most companies would do like I think what's called batch testing, where you just
Right,
grab
just
one and
one out of
one
every
out of 10,
50
one
or
out of 100, whatever. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
that's impressive that you guys are testing every single one of them.
every single cup. Yep. So as you enter the warehouse, if you look to the left, just this big, gigantic acrylic wall and just hundreds of cups. And then sometimes you'll see them on the ground, and we mark them. And but yeah, we test every cup before it leaves the warehouse, so we know the customer is getting a functioning cup.
Okay, very cool.
You mentioned accessories like outdoor kitchen, I think you said, and wall mount table. Are those available? The accessory parts that go with the mounts are available through you as well?
Absolutely. Yep. SeaSucker.com, or we do have a vast dealer network across the US, Canada, and Europe, which is pretty cool. So, like Lowe's, Home Depot, Bass Pro, a bunch of independent like bike shops, off road shops, upfitting shops, like I had mentioned, all carry our products, which is pretty cool.
So you can walk into like a Bass Pro Shop and buy your product right there.
You can, yeah. I don't believe Bass Pro has all 300 SKUs. They're probably going to be more heavily geared towards the marine side, but you should be able to pick up like the waistbands, cup holders, things like that. I do recommend this time of year, call ahead if you're looking for a specific product.
Okay. And could somebody can I should know this and I don't. Could you just go online like SeaSucker, go to your website and purchase?
You can, yep,
Okay. Okay.
seasucker.com.
And then also, I mean, I saw you guys at an Overland show. About how many shows do you guys do? And I purchased right from the Overland show. How many shows do you guys do a year?
Probably 12 to 14 shows. We just finished up our last show of the year, which was SEMA in Las Vegas, which was a pretty big show.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to go, but I've never been invited by anybody.
Oh,
And I
well,
think it's a hard show to get into.
In terms of any sort of preventive maintenance that somebody has to do on the cups, is there anything, or just keeping that orange line from showing is the only thing you got to do?
there's only one moving part on a SeaSucker. We recommend maybe once or twice a year, biannually, to maintain the pump. And the plunger that you're actually pumping in is removable. It's the only
Uh,
moving part on the cup, which is really easy. So, if you were to have a SeaSucker and you notice the orange indicator band maybe popping within a few minutes, a few hours, it's a probably pretty good indication that there might be an issue. And what can happen is maybe after time goes on, you might get some dirt or debris within the pump chamber here. So you just pull out the pump, just how you pump it in, just pull it straight out, and really easy to maintain. You can just run it underwater, use some maybe Dawn dish soap, and just kind of lightly wash it out. Same thing with the pump that you'll remove from the cup. Just wash it off, wipe it down, and then re-lube it with a provided lube tube that comes with the SeaSucker,
oh,
and
okay.
just re-lube it on the seal, and then line it back up into the cup, press it in, and you are back in business. And that's it. Really easy way to test. There's a bottom evacuation hole you'll see. Just plug it and then pump it. And then as long as the plunger stays down, you know you're back in business.
Oh, that's cool that you guys send the lubricant as well, because people never know which lubricant works for what thing. I mean,
Right.
and I always carry around like 10 different cans of stuff in my RV
Too.
to
Yeah.
lubricate the slide, lubricate the seals,
Yep.
lubricate this, lubricate that. So,
Yeah. But yeah, really easy. And just for information educational purposes, the lube tube that we send with our products is only to be used on the pump. It is not to be used on the surface
Hmm.
of the vehicle or the cup itself, just for the pump seal.
yeah,
Okay.
because when you seal it, you don't want anything, right? You just want it, what did you just want a clean surface to adhere to.
Yep, and a reasonably clean surface. You don't have to wax it or clay bar it. I just like to keep maybe just a t-shirt or a terry cloth, something like that. Just wipe it down, and then lightly moisten the outside of the seal. You're essentially just making sure of removing any dirt or debris, and then just put it to the surface. Pump it 8 to 10 times until it's fully depressed, and you're good to go.
Okay.
And then here's a dumb question. How do you remove it?
No, that's a great question. We get this in our customer service inbox quite a bit. But yeah, so you'll see like two tabs on the cup, and you're essentially just peeling and lifting to break the seal. So as I kind of press in and up, it might be kind of hard to see, but Yeah, you're just peeling the cup up, and if that doesn't work, you can maybe slide like a credit card up underneath it if your hands are wet.
Ryan, the one you have there is white. The one I have is black. I didn't even know that you guys sold them in different colors. Is that new?
It is not. So our original color is white, and it's typically for marine use, being that most gel coats boats are white, and then maybe some for the heat, just if it's out, under the sun all day. We have white cups, and then we have black cups. Functionally, they're identical, just one's white, one's black.
Is it a dye that makes it the different color, or are you guys using different materials to make the different colors?
That is a great question. I do not know that. I'm going to have to follow up
Okay.
with manufacturing about that.
Okay. All right, no worries. And when I saw you out at the show, you were showing me all the different ways that people use them to mount things, and one was a Wii Boost. And I'm wondering now, with like Starlink being as popular as it is that something that you guys are looking into? Do you already make something for like a Starlink, or is it down, in the line or works?
We actually just released a Starlink mount, which is super
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it's super popular right now, right? I mean, I feel like most RVers use it. I think it's popular in the boating community. I would think it would be.
It is. So yeah, we make two different variations of the Starlink mount. We make the Starlink dish mounting kit, which is a quite large Starlink, but it's made for like the T-tops on boats or yachts. And we also make a Starlink pole mount for the standard actuated Starlink. And we are working on a Starlink mini mount.
Okay. So something like that, like Starlink, is that something that happens in-house, or is that something that comes from like customer feedback that people are coming to you and saying, "Hey, it'd be great if you guys had a Starlink mount. It would be great if you guys had a." Does it take so many people to ask for something like that, or is that just something that you guys were like, "Oh, Starlink's pretty popular. We better make something for it."
We like to have fun with our products. Our owner, Chuck, who is just a brilliant human being, uh, an amazing man. He is just constantly inventing, tinkering with all these goods. So everything you see on our website, it is completely his. He, designed all of it. He made it. He thought of all of it, which is super, super cool. And so he's just constantly making things. And of course, we've been approached, by many customers saying like, "Hey, let's make a Starlink mount." And we took it to R&D, and they came out with some pretty cool mounts.
So when you have these kits, I know you mentioned at the beginning that you guys manufacture a 4-inch and a 6-inch cup,
Mhm.
and then you have kits like the Starlink kits that you were just talking about. If you were to buy that a kit, it would come with the appropriate cup and then whatever accessories go with it.
It would. So majority of our products are going to be like a complete kit. So the customer is not going to have to guess which cup or which accessory, or if they have the correct hardware on how to, put everything together. Everything is sold as its like own item, like the kitchen station or the paper towel holder, or the really cool Waterport SeaSucker tank mount. That was a real nice collaboration with. So it's all complete. It's going to come with the cups and fully assembled for you. We also do sell just the standard, 4.5-inch or 6-inch cups for you DIYers out there.
And then when it's just like like that cup that you just lifted up, what is it? Just a threaded nut or threaded bolt that comes out of the back that
Yep.
people could
So what
attach?
Yep. So what I'm specifically holding here is the Starlink mounting kit. It's going to come with four SeaSuckers with a quarter 20, and then this is going to mount to the bracket that sits up underneath the Starlink. But all of our cups do utilize a quarter 20 insert, which is quite universal. So really, any third party, electronic accessory, RAM mount, etc., you can just screw right into the cup.
Okay, and quarter 20 is pretty beefy too, so that's good.
It is, yep, quite robust. And we
Yeah.
mold we mold that right into the housing itself. So
Has the Sea Sucker changed in design throughout the years at all? Has there been many changes to
we
maybe
have,
the form?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
revisions. We've redesigned products, over the years. Like we just released our brand new paper towel holder, our 2024 revision, and that's actually been through I think three design changes in the last couple years. We do that just by listening to our customer feedback. We use the product ourselves if something doesn't work. Luckily, since we are the manufacturer, we are quite quick at revising, modifying, improving our products pretty quick.
Yeah, it's got to help that everything is in house.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for anybody, and if we see something that doesn't quite fit right, we can immediately kind of halt that sale, that revision, that product, and then immediately begin on improving it, and then re-releasing it, in just a matter of days, if not weeks.
Yeah, you guys make a lot of fun stuff. I think you even make a like a bar. You make a bar.
We do. It's called the Party Barge. It's a super fun conversation piece. If you can find the photo, definitely throw it up.
Okay.
But really popular with like boaters, sandbars, football or Royals games, tailgaters. But it fits, your 2 liters and handles of whatever you may want, all the
Okay.
mixers, all the good stuff.
That
Okay.
is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
Mhm.
I guess your main market is marine. You're branching out to RV. Have you guys looked into other markets such as like the trucking industry?
It is something we're always looking at. We like I previously mentioned, we just entered like the 4x4 overlanding RV market, which is great. So we're always looking at ways to expand our market, our reach, which is really cool. So we're looking at like aviation, see what more things we can do with aviation, which is really fun. And I'm working on a little project with a pilot right now about that. And then trucking wise, I know the like iPad mounts, the Flex X phone phone mounts have been super popular. Even the D rings for like cargo, strapping down, motorcycles and things like that. We've had customers using our mounts to do that within their trailers.
Okay, very cool. Oh, cool.
I know a lot of people that travel use GoPros and stuff. Do you make camera mounts or anything?
We do, yeah. 3 different variations. So we make like a stationary action camera mount for a GoPro, a flex GoPro, so it's kind of movable, so you can adjust the angle. And we also make like a standard DSR camera mount, so like a big camera.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good question, Sean. I didn't even think about GoPros, but you're right. Especially like these people that are like a little more adventurous, I guess. Especially for the overlanding off-roading community, they
Cool story about the GoPro mount. My uncle is a pilot, and he attended the Oshkosh World's Largest Air Show. And he had asked me if he could attach a GoPro to the bottom of his Cessna and fly it from here, from Kansas City to Oshkosh. I'm like, this sounds amazing. So we found a nice clean area below his plane and pumped it on, and he had no orange showing between KC and Oshkosh, and he just had the most incredible footage. So they work quite well, even elevation changes and speed.
That's what I was thinking. Elevation changes would also come with temperature changes and
Pressure.
Yep.
pressure and change. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
great.
don't know if I'd maybe recommend like a commercial airliner at that speed, because those are like 500-600 miles per hour. But a Cessna, I'm not a pilot myself, but I think they go at least 100 and something miles per hour. So they hold.
Yeah, that's impressive.
What kind of warranty, Ryan, do these products have?
It's a lifetime warranty, which is really cool. We're about 40 total employees, so we don't really make you jump through any massive hoops. Or really easy to contact. If you give us a call, you'll reach myself or Geo, our customer service guy, which is really cool, or any number one of us. So you're always getting somebody on the phone, and if there's any issues, we address it quite quickly. But yeah, lifetime warranty on all products.
And then for somebody that's interested in purchasing, if they go to SeaSucker.com, that's the best place that they can see everything that you guys make.
Yep, everything. Yep, SeaSucker.com, and we do categorize it between like racks, marine, and camp. So depending on the category, like if you're wanting a bicycle rack, crossbar, that's going to be on the racks tab, etc. Or you can just search it in the upper right hand corner.
Are you allowed to say like what your most popular product slash kit is?
Yeah, so automotive wise, it's probably the Talon 1 bike rack. It's a
Mm,
super portable, super lightweight, travel friendly, TSA friendly bike rack. And it's a very, very small footprint, which is great. It retails for $299. So, yeah, super reliable bike rack, and again, at a super low cost. Camp wise, recycle waistbands, cup holders are really, really popular. Again, everybody's wanting more cup holders, attached to their boat, RV. My family and I love the cup holders, the waistbands when we camp. The Starlink kit is absolutely taking off, and we just released that just a few short weeks ago. Let me see.
Yeah, I like the idea of the outside, like a trash can. You're saying when you say waistband,
Yep,
like a
yep, just a trash can.
just
Yep,
trash
and
can. Yeah, I like.
we also
That's a
use
good
it as a
idea.
hamper. Like when we go camping, if
Ah,
there's dirty clothes or whatnot, we just toss them right in. We even use our products. We make a Jeep mirror, and I use it in the bathroom to shave. Just
ah,
so,
okay.
yeah,
Are you a camper yourself, Ryan?
big camper. Yes, absolutely. Yep, we have a little teardrop camper, and we spend quite a few weekends camping around the Midwest.
That probably helps. So you think in the long run, as far as you know maybe some of the pain points that other campers are going through, and you probably have probably suggested some of your own ideas that I would imagine.
Oh, I have, absolutely, and it's really fun. I mean, as you know, if you guys are campers yourself, it's a
Hmm.
pretty tight-knit community, so everybody's talking to one another, and we always have people coming over and be like, "How is that cup holder?" Or "What is that on the side of your trailer?" Or "How is, your antenna just stuck there?" And we're like, "Oh, it's all vacuum mounted," so it's really fun to show.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I misunderstood something. You said the bike rack was TSA approved. Why would a bike rack need to be? Are people traveling with just the bike rack, and then when they get?
Yep, yep. So it's a carry-on friendly TSA approved bike rack. So you can actually put it in like your carry-on luggage and everything fits inside. So you can have a super portable bike rack. And even for like rideshare, Uber, things like that, it makes it really handy to be able to travel, with your bicycle. What we do when we go to trade shows, expos, we might land in Las Vegas and need to go pick up, three, four, five different road bikes or mountain bikes, so we just carry our bike racks with us and then put it right on back of the Uber and transport it right back to the expo.
That's cool. Sean, have you ever? I don't think I've ever even thought about like a portable bike rack like that. Are you the only portable bike rack that's built like that? That doesn't need to be.
We are, yeah. We're the only patented U.S. manufactured vacuum mounted company.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
That's universal, which is nice. So, if you move from car to car to car, if there's multiple cars within the household, or if you sell one and get a new car, you don't have to purchase a then second bike rack that's compatible with that specific automobile. You can just keep the same bike rack and move it to the next.
Oh, that's a great idea. With the popularity of e-bikes, e-bikes are significantly heavier than a standard bike, up to maybe 60 pounds. Have you guys tested them for e-bikes?
We have, yes, and we have three different bike racks, main bike racks: the Talon one bike rack, Mini Bomber two bike rack, and then the Bomber three bike rack. And each bike rack or each fork mount has a weight capacity of 45 pounds. So let's say you had a 60-pound e-bike, I would recommend the Mini Bomber two bike rack. It's not much larger than the Talon, so instead of mounting two bikes, you would just mount that fork mount in the center, and you have up to 90-pound weight capacity.
That's great. I don't know if this is still the case, but I know a couple years when I first got my e-bike, it was very difficult to find any bike rack that was rated for the weight, a 60-pound bike. So that's great that you guys have something available that not only works for an e-bike but is portable. So I don't have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can use it in a multi-car family.
You guys sell in Europe. Are the products in stores in Europe as well?
They are. Yep. We have European dealers, distributors, etc.,
Okay.
along with Canada.
So you guys are doing really well. It sounds like.
We are. Yes.
Because it's funny, like
Absolutely.
when I meet a company or meet somebody from a company at an overland show, and it's the first, it's new to me, so I'm like, oh, it must be new to everybody.
No, but yeah, I mean, every show we go to, more and more people see us, which is super cool, and it's just super fun to talk about because, there's no other manufacturer or business like us. Again, we're really the only vacuum mounted outdoor, rack company. So it's fun.
Yeah, this is great. I'm excited that we finally got you on, Ryan, because I know we had a couple scheduling issues, but I believe that's all of our questions. Unless there was something that Sean and I missed, if there's something that you want to highlight, now's a great time for you to like put in your 2 cents, I guess.
I think you already mentioned it, but the website is seasucker.com.
Yep, SEASUCKER.com.
Okay, and there they can see all the products and read about all the ins and outs of the different versions or models.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have any questions, we do have a live chat tool at the bottom right where you can speak to our customer service in real time, or you can email us at info at seasucker.com.
Okay, and we'll make sure to link that in the show notes.
I got one more quick question. Can somebody actually go to your Bradenton factory and purchase from you directly? Like, do you have a storefront or are you just manufacturing there?
I wouldn't quite say it's a storefront. Again, it's mostly manufacturing, but you can absolutely knock on the door. We'll even give you a little tour, and we have product right there that we can sell to you.
That's great. Well, Ryan, I think that's everything. We do really appreciate your time. I'm glad that I had a chance to meet you at Overland. I hope that I run into you again at a couple more shows
Absolutely.
this upcoming year, and I'll take another look and see, maybe you'll get another sale out of me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This has been incredible.
Thanks to Ryan for coming on the show and telling us all about these unique products. It sounds like a good way to accessorize your RV without drilling any holes. To see their selection, go to SeaSucker.com or head to one of the many stores that carry the products. As always, thanks to Battleborn Batteries for their support. To see what they have to offer, click the link in the show notes. Safe travels, everyone, and we will be back in 2 weeks with a new episode.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour, and backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com. With the complexity of all the systems in an RV, I always say it's not if something's going to break, but a matter of when is something going to break. That is why I think an extended warranty for RVs is so important. We first interviewed wholesale warranties back in 2019 and immediately became impressed with how their policies worked, such as you can take your RV to any licensed repair shop, including mobile repairs. They also have personalized service plans, making sure you are getting the right policy for your needs. And if you think your RV is too old for a policy, you might be surprised to hear that RVs up to 20 years old can still be approved for a policy. That is more age lenient than most RV parks I've stayed at. Go to wholesalewarranties.com/beyond the wheel or click the link down below in our show notes to get your free quote today.